who I believe is Pro or DWC, is in the 10th spot. Bobby Cheney, 11th. Ivan Schrum in 12th. Aaron Davis, 13th. Kerwin Clark, 14th. 15th is Alex Malik. Timothy Mathers, 16th. 17th is Charles Carver. Egan, Pierce, and Caudle going to round out the top 20. Certainly quite the field out here tonight. Turning up for some Sim Racing Authority. Nailed to the wheel racing. Let's see if Lachlan's still talking.
Indeed, thanks.
Probably going to be some more races going up here a little bit later, commentated on Sim Racing Authority TV. We do thank you very much for joining us here. The next race will probably be a more conventional race, probably like a 1.5 mile type deal. Cautions on, something, you know, actually raceable here. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for joining us here at Sim Racing Authority TV. Go ahead with whatever, Bobby.
Just big, yeah.
Well, you suck. I quit this job. I quit this bitch. I quit. Base car is on the move here at Sim Racing Authority TV. Ready to rock and roll. Let's check on the stripes for 51. I do believe we do have at least one pro driver in the field at the moment. Maybe I'm thinking of... No, there isn't a pro driver named Paul Doucette. What the hell am I talking about? I don't think. I think it's Richard Doucette. Oh, no. Stay stripes. Never mind. Never mind me. I've heard of Bouchard before, too. Either way. About to get down with some racing right here at Sim Racing Authority TV. Your pole sitter, Adrian Duncan, is going to lead the field to the green flag in the 007 machine right there. Let's go race it here at Sim Racing Authority TV. He has to go on the green flag. He can't jump the start here in these little quick races we do here at Sim Racing Authority TV. Going to keep the pack nice and bunched up, making that big wreck. Absolutely spectacular. The green flag flies. We're underway here at Sim Racing Authority TV. The 007 with the push from the 2 of who I believe is Marcus Richardson right there. Working their way through turn 1 and with help right there from the number 12 machine. That is Brian Bouchard. 13 of Gary Lazaro right there, creating a 3-car tandem. Currently scored as your leader is the number 2 Alliance Trucking Machine of Marcus Richardson. Expect to see him working with the 08 of Connor Anton throughout the evening. On the inside right there, it is the 007. That's Adrian Duncan and Gary Lazaro on the inside. Going to see what they can do. Lachlan McMillan working his way up into the pack along with the number 27 machine. That is Jason Beach. Behind Jason Beach with the push is the 16. That's Lachlan McMillan in the Monster Energy machine you see there towards the back of the pack. Bob Moore right there in the 14. That's the red machine you see before you right there. Kevin Crane, I do believe he's driving the number 65 Texas machine right there. And behind him, Paul Doucette with the shove from the 03 machine. That is Ivan Schrum. Aaron Davis back there as well. He's working with the 24 of Bobby Cheney. Expect to see them work their way to the front here. McMillan's going to peek out, try to go to the high line, get with his buddy, and maybe go out for some rips. But it wasn't meant to be. We see the 007. He is going to come up as if to block. Richardson tries to make the hole. No, it's not going to work. And that swap is complete. The 13 is going to come up and complete that swap right there. Now they occupy that high line. That has just absolutely thrown a wrench in the plans of the number 2 of Richardson and the 08 of Connor Anton. They drop drastically back through the field. McMillan trying to air that truck out here in the tri-oval, trying to get some air to the nose of that number 16 Monster Energy machine. See if he can push Jason Beach just that much longer. Working lap 3 of 15 here at Sim Racing Authority TV. Gary Lazaro is your leader. Adrian Duncan right there in the second spot. Third place is Jason Beach. Fourth is Lachlan McMillan. Fifth is Brian Bouchard. Rounding out the top 5. Taking a look on that high line, there's a bit of a group trying to form right here. It looks to me like the 12 machine is going to come up with the 14, try and make that high line work. Richardson and Anton have none of it. They're going to go to the third lane and slingshot right by them, trying to get back to the front on their own. 12 laps to go. Hasn't been too many major wrecks as of yet that I've seen. Still a rather big pack here for a no-caution Talladega race. Pretty impressive stuff that we're seeing here at Sim Racing Authority TV, if you ask me. Aaron Davis and Bobby Cheney right there leading that little second group. As we see the 007 right there try to air it out a little bit. Almost came down onto the nose of that was the third place Jason Beach right there. As there is a massive shuffle for position back in the pack. The 2 and the 08, that's Connor Anton and Marcus Richardson, are going to go high. McMillan goes high to maybe try and get some help from them, but Richardson and Anton are going to have none of it. And they're going to, again, activate that third lane and see what they can do up there as they work 3 wide through the tri-oval here at Talladega. Really, really amazing racing right here as they work 3 wide. We see Marcus Richardson on the outside, Connor Anton there as well. In the middle lane, that is Lachlan McMillan, and the 14 that's piloted by Bob Moore. Also the... Oh! Lazaro goes around. Heck yeah! The 007 is in the wall. Massive, massive chunk. Who the hell made it through that one? Oh, they are dead. They're still wrecking. Oh my god. Who is that? That is the 51. That is Paul Doucette. Let's take a look at the Sim Racing Authority instant replay. Holy shit. Taking a look at the blimp view. You know a crash is big when you got to take a look from the blimp. The 007 gets into the 13 of Lazaro. He gets right hooked. He does it for Dale. Then the ARCA breakers come in. You have to ARCA brake here. Let's be honest. And the 51 just spins on his roof. Oh my god! Who was that? Oh my god. There was one guy who just killed someone. Who is that? I'm sure there's racing up front, but ARCA braking is very important to cover. I think it's this guy. No? Alright, whatever. Back to live action here at Sim Racing Authority TV. The big one has occurred. Bob Moore, currently your leader. He's working with the 12 of Brian Bouchard right there. Scored in the third spot is Jason Beach, but he has no help. And look at who has made it into the third and fourth spot. That's Bobby Cheney and Aaron Davis. Severe damage to the number 32 Clarence's machine right there of Aaron Davis. Looks like Connor Anton is going to come out there and try to assist. Got himself a reset. He's going to see if he can help Cheney or Davis bring home the win here at Sim Racing Authority TV today. Cheney and Davis are going to get in line with the number 27 and Jason Beach. They're going to see if they can run down our leaders. Bob Moore in the 14 and Brian Bouchard in the 12 with 7 laps to go here at Sim Racing Authority TV. Excuse me for the extreme lack of professionalism, but I need Twitch chat. So, there you go. Bob Moore currently scored as your leader. Brian Bouchard in the 2nd spot. 3rd now is Bobby Cheney. Aaron Davis got some severe damage to the number 32 Clarence machine. Made it through the wreck. Gonna have a decent finish either way. Looks like he's gonna work with the 08 of Connor Anton, who was majorly involved in the incident. He was up front working with the 2 of Richardson. But now he's going to go and help one of his buddies, help him go out for a rip, and see what kind of finish they can bring home here at Talladega. Ryan Bouchard and Bob Moore pulling off a switch right there. Absolutely seamless. Bobby Cheney and Beach, they are closing. Not Mr. Beach, Jason Beach. So confused. It's not our beloved Frenchman. It's another guy whose last name is actually Beach. Alex Malik running in the 6th spot. He's working with Kerwin Clark right there. That's the number 52 and the 97. They're working together trying to catch those leaders. First car 1 lap down is Timothy Mather. He is all alone. Connor Anton 1 lap down. He is working with Aaron Davis. 10th now is Nicholas Caressel, also 1 lap down in the Husky Tools. Number 6, Home Depot machine, Kevin Crane. Also 1 lap down in the number 65 machine, Paul Doucette, 12th, 2 laps down. And Eric Brantley in the number 86 RC Cola machine, 13th. And here comes another swap up front. Bob Moore right there and Brian Bouchard pulling off the swap without a hitch. Absolutely beautiful swap. You could almost say that it was a turbo swap. Inside jokes galore here at Sim Racing Authority TV. And we certainly do appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you'd like to join us here at Sim Racing Authority TV, that is at simracingauthority.com. That's where you want to go for all information here about Sim Racing Authority TV. And feel free to follow us on Twitch. That's when you'll know we are going to go racing. I can't help but notice it looks to me like Bobby Cheney and Jason Beach are slowly losing our leaders. Brian Bouchard, Bob Moore, Bobby Cheney, and Jason Beach. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to catch them here today, folks. They are working by the lap traffic of Eric Brantley. Right here we see Lachlan McMillan working his way back onto the track. All right, boys, we got ourselves a race. Working almost to 3 laps to go here at Sim Racing Authority TV. Bob Moore and Brian Bouchard. At this point, the only 2 in contention for the win. The odds are certainly against them, but I suppose anything can happen here at Talladega. Bobby Cheney right there in the 3rd spot. And Jason Beach, 4th. Rounding out your top 5, Aaron Davis with the push from Connor Anton. Aaron Davis pushing Connor Anton, rather. They should be able to get a little bit more speed that way. Let's take a look at their speed. They are significantly off the pace. But significant damage right there to the number 32 Clarence's machine, so not too much to expect right there. Those guys pretty much out of contention. As we work our way down the backstretch, just almost 2 laps to go here at Sim Racing Authority TV. Brian Bouchard is your leader with his tandem partner, Bob Moore. Back about 2 seconds, Bobby Cheney and Jason Beach. Can they catch them? I don't know. I think it could be close, depending on when Moore or Bouchard pop out to make their run at the win, as we have 2 laps to go here at Sim Racing Authority TV at Talladega. Does the 12 of Bouchard have enough to keep Bob Moore at bay? Will they swap here? Who knows who is going to bring home the win at Talladega? There they go. They're 2 wide now. Bouchard and Bob Moore 2 wide here at Talladega. I think that was just a routine swap. Beautiful swap by the 12 and the 14. Absolutely beautiful swap right there. The 12 is going to push the 14 all the way home. Maybe take a break here at one point. Jason Beach and Bobby Chaney, they are now closing rapidly. 0.7 of a second they've made up. Now only a 1.5 second gap from the 12 and the 14 back to the 27 and the 24. I don't think they've made up enough to make a move. They've made up nowhere near enough to make a move unless the 12 and the 14 make a mistake, which at Talladega is just an inch away. The white flag is out as they work their way down the backstretch through turns 3 and 4. The 12 is going to look high here in turn 3. Who is going to bring home the win here at Talladega? We see Chaney and Beach. They are still connected. They have a full head of steam entering the tri-oval here at Talladega. Bouchard and the 12 with the advantage on the outside. The 14 on the inside. It's going to be the 12. As they wreck after they cross the stripe in Talladega fashion. What an amazing finish. Let's interview our winners.
Good run.
Jason Beach, Stuart Redmond up in the booth, sir. You got a copy?
Loud and clear.
Almost thought you might have had it right there. We saw Bob Moore and Brian Bouchard separate going into turn 3 right there with the battle for the win. Looked like you and Bobby had quite the run going through the tri-oval. Just about made it. What was going through your mind on that last lap?
Well, I tell you, I came over the radio and said to Bobby, I thought we needed 2 more laps, and then they split up there, and we had quite a run, and I was going to try shooting the center, and they saw us coming, pulled her down there like they should. So that's the big one at the finish, but we made a run at it.
Certainly made for a very exciting finish. Thank you very much for racing with us, Jason Beach, and thanks for talking to me, man.
Okay, thank you, pal. Appreciate the host.
Bob Moore, Stuart Redmond up in the booth, sir. You got a copy?
I got a copy. Go ahead.
Oh, so close at the line at Talladega, as it always is. The outside line prevailed just a little bit this time. Tell us about those final few laps in your racing there with Brian Bouchard.
I was running pretty good there. First part of the race. I actually saw Brian up there. I was going to hook up with him early, and then we had that wreck in the middle. And lo and behold, he showed up there the last 5 to go, gave me a great push. We were switching back and forth, excellent, keeping cool. And I think we're being a little bit relaxed. We saw those 2 coming up behind us, gaining on us, but we knew we had it at the end. And Brian made that break for the outside. Good job to him. Passed me on the outside across the line. It's a good finish.
Yeah, thank you very much for providing some really exciting racing. And I do have to comment, those were absolutely beautiful swaps between you and Brian right there. Thank you very much for racing with us and talking to me here at Sim Racing Authority TV.
Pleasure. Thanks for the race.
Brian Bouchard, Stuart Redmond up in the booth, sir. You got a copy. You are the winner today at Talladega.
Yes, sir.
Bringing home the win in dramatic fashion. A wreck across the line. You still remain unscathed. Tell us about your strategy there in the last few corners here at Talladega.
Well, I was just in the right spot. I mean, me and Bob work real good together. I'm just in the right spot, and you do what you always do at Talladega.
Oh yeah, definitely 2 parts of racing here at Talladega. You got to be in the right place to make it through the wrecks, and you got to make it to the finish. Very good win there, Brian, and thank you very much for joining us here at Sim Racing Authority TV. If there's anyone you want to thank or give a shout out to, go for it now.
Thanks for the host. Appreciate it.
And thank you very much for racing with us. Timothy, man. Alright, that is going to conclude our coverage from Talladega. We are going to spin again here shortly. Brian Bouchard, your winner. Bob Moore in second. Jason Beach third. Fourth is Bobby Chaney. Fifth, Aaron Davis. Alex Malik in the 6th spot. 7th, Kerwin Clark. Connor Anton in the 8th spot. 9th is Timothy Mather. Kevin Crane going to bring it home. 10th, 11th is Paul Doucette. Brantley, 12th. 13th is Nick Casserole Caressel. 14th is Lachlan McMillan. Gary Lazaro finishing 15th. Adrian Duncan, 16th. 17th is Marcus Richardson. Charles Carver bringing it home, 18th. Ivan Schrum, 19th. And 20th is Justin Egan. Cruz Cottle, 21st. Dalton Tucker finishing 22nd. Stephen Pierce, 23rd. James Harrington, 24th. Brad Farrell in the 25th spot. 26th is Buddy Waters. Stuart Redmond, the absolute best driver on the service. 27th. Just kidding. 28th is John Kim. That concludes our coverage here from Talladega. Let's go spin that wheel.